Playoffs Part 3 are officially live in Madden 23 Ultimate Team, and in today's video, we're going to be showcasing what you only have 48 hours to do before it's gone and gone forever. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 23 video, and oh, on the screen right there, it's a $10 PlayStation gift card. The first person to put in these digits is getting 10 bucks for free. Now, getting back on track, let's give out some quick tips and tricks regarding Playoffs Part 3, then we'll talk about the thing that you've only got 48 hours left to do. Now, starting it off with the new missions in this game, as you guys can see, I'm already up to level 30 before any of these new missions, so they're not really going to matter to me all that much, but in terms of you guys that are looking to get some more XP, as you can see, there is a ton of XP that can be earned by playing through your challenges. And I'm not going to lie to you, EA Sports made these challenges way more difficult as the promo's gone along. At the start, it was like a rush for 50 yards on the drive. Now it's like score 2 touchdowns in the first half. It's annoying stuff that takes a lot longer. But I mean, if you need XP in this game, you need XP in this game. So play through your challenges if you need to. The stats are looking pretty simple. Forcing fumbles will be really easy on some of those arcade mode defensive solos. And then if you want to win 5 games with 9+ playoff cards in your lineup, just get the playoff 86s, put them in your lineup, and then sell them off once you complete that. Otherwise, it's not looking like there's anything all that exciting right here. For me personally, obviously, I don't really have to worry about any of this stuff, but for you guys that are looking to get stuff done, I would say the easiest way to do this is probably to like put playoff cards in your lineup and then just do the challenges. That'll give you like 10,000 XP, which is quite a bit actually. But yeah, ultimately, I'm not gonna lie, the playoff promo is starting to feel a little bit copy and paste. I will say there are a couple exciting things we'll be talking about at the end of the video, but before we do, let's talk about packs in this game. And as we navigate on over to the playoff section right here, there is a new pack in the store. It's going to be the Conference Fantasy Pack. It's 58,000 coins, giving you, I believe it is 2 rounds. You get to pick 2 70+ gold players, and then you get to pick 2 86+ overall cards as well. In terms of odds, they don't look very juicy. I'll spend 58,000 coins on this as basically like a charitable donation to EA Sports. This is like a tax write-off, bro. This is literally like charity, man. Round number 1, we got a guy I have never heard of in my life. He's a left tackle on the Chiefs. We got a John Franklin Myers right here. Elite card, Mike Gesicki, the gritty goat. Nah, I'm just playing, bro. My gritty is significantly better than him. He should actually be coming to me for lessons, to be fully honest. Like, I got the best gritty on YouTube. If you didn't know that, it's actually an elite gritty. Mike Gesicki's, I'm sorry, but it's just not. Round number 2, we started off with a Rashad White 86 overall. Second card is going to be showing us, I bet it's another 86. Oh, wow, 88 Will Dissly. Card number 3, give me something good. It's not something good. It's an 88 overall Cordell Volson. Despicable, disgusting. It's a waste of coins. Just don't try them, man. Now, moving on really quickly, I haven't really explained this in my videos. I've kind of just been showing off the Mud Pack side, but basically what Mud Packs is a place where you guys can open up packs on their websites. And if you want to just try the packs out for free, you can even try out some of the demo packs. Again, I will leave them linked in the description. Want to open up packs with better odds than EA Sports gives you? Well, check out mudpacks.com to open up packs, win coins, and withdraw them directly to your account. And of course, use code SWIFT as you're checking out the site for 15% off. Now, moving on, let's talk about our predictors, fellas, because I believe there's a lot of value and a lot of potential value, at least, in the predictor section of the sets right here. If you guys didn't know, we made like 100,000 coins for free last week. We did the Travis Kelce first touchdown. I said that was a lock. It hit. We made easy coins. And I know there's a lot of people that are probably tuning into this video specifically to see what my picks are. So let's go through these. Let's talk about which ones I like and talk about which ones I don't, because boys, there's a lot of unique ones in here. Like, just starting it off with the most unique one right here, EA Sports put a lot of random ones in this game. Like, this one is the game is tied at halftime and goes to overtime. And if this is correct, it pays 170,000 coins. A tie game at half and going to overtime. Very, very unlikely. But if it does happen, it would pay 170k coins. That's crazy, bro. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of unique predictors in here, a lot to kind of sort through. I've narrowed it down to my final 5 that I like to look at, but before we do that, let's talk about the win game ones, because usually there's some type of lock. Like, usually there's something that I felt confident in, whether it was in week 1 when we took the Bills over Miami, or in week 2 when we took the Chiefs over the Jaguars. Those felt nice, those felt zesty, but these right here, I'm gonna say it, this is honestly such a toss-up for all these games. I think any of these teams that are left could win the Super Bowl, so picking who's gonna win one of these, that's tough. But if I had to pick a team, I think the team that is the most likely to win, I'm sorry Bengals fans, it's gotta be the Chiefs, man. Me personally, I think the Chiefs are most likely to win out of any of these matchups right here. Eagles, Niners, an absolute toss-up. I think the Eagles will probably win, but the Niners have a damn good team. Like, honestly, I don't know how this game's gonna go. Maybe the Eagles could get out early and make the Niners and Brock Purdy have to throw the ball and be a little bit uncomfortable, or maybe the exact opposite happens and the 49ers just lean on their defense. I'm not sure how this game's gonna go, but I am feeling relatively confident that the Chiefs are gonna pull this one out against the Bengals. I love Joe Burrow, but I just think Patrick Mahomes is not gonna lose to the Bengals 4 times in a row. So that's my win game pick. But next up, let's talk about some of these prop bets. Let's quickly run through them, and then we'll talk about which ones I like the most. Now, first one's gonna be either team scores more than 2 touchdowns. So that's pretty simple. As long as one of the teams scores 3 touchdowns or more, you're gonna hit that one right there. Next up is over 55 total points. Not a big fan of that. I could see this being a defensive game, to be fully honest. Next up, there's Eagles score 0 points in the first or second half. Honestly, just so random. As you can see, it pays 22k if it's correct. Then next up, we got first touchdown scorer Miles Sanders. I don't really mind this one. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but first touchdown scorer Miles Sanders, I don't really mind it. Next up, there's Kittle, McCaffrey, Sanders, and AJ Brown all get 1 or more touchdowns. So Kittle and McCaffrey would have to score, Miles Sanders and AJ Brown would have to score, but if you get this one correct, you get 70,000 coins, bro. That's a fat stack. Then moving on to the other game, there's Chiefs win by 7 to 12 points. There's over 55 total points. There's Burrow 275 plus passing yards and McKinnon to get 1 touchdown. Interesting one. It only pays 14k though, which isn't really enough coins. And then finally, 2 really random ones. This one says over 47.5 points scored, and Kelsey and Mixon each get 2 touchdowns. That pays 93,000 coins. And then there's the final one right here, which is the game is tied at halftime and goes to overtime. Just so random, but it pays 170k. Okay, so which props do I like the most? I would say the first one that I think is probably the most likely to happen is this one right here. Either team scores more than 2 touchdowns. That's going to pay you 10,000 coins. You can do this one, I think, a total of 6 times if you wanted to. I'm going to probably do this like 3 to 4 times. Now, next up, as you guys could probably tell, there's not really too many other predictors that are like a sure thing. So let's talk about the ones that I like the most. I'm not a big fan of over 55 total points in this game. I could see this one being a defensive game, but I do think there's a chance that this game, Bengals and Chiefs, I think that one could go over 55 total points. So I think for me personally, I'm probably going to do this one a couple of times just to kind of throw some tokens in here. I would not be surprised if this one goes over 55. I don't see the other one going over 55. I think the line for both games is either 47.5 or 48.5. So obviously Vegas isn't predicting that these games are going to go over 55 total points. Okay, now next up, let's get a little bit more risky. And honestly, this predictor right here, I feel like you gotta try it, man. Like, it pays 70,000 coins. Of course, it's going to require a lot of things. Kittle and McCaffrey have got to score touchdowns. I would say those 2 players, you know, that are fairly likely to get TDs. Then AJ Brown and Miles Sanders also got to get a touchdown. And I know that's not going to be super likely to happen, but to pay 70,000 coins, I think you got to try this, man. I think you got to max enter this one. For me personally, I'm going to be max entering it. Like, EA Sports is willing to pay 70k. So they think it's super unlikely that this happens. But as we look at the 4 legs that have to happen, are they really that unlikely? I personally don't think so. So I think this one's a must. I think you got to put 2 tokens in here. And if this ends up happening and you don't put 2 tokens, you'll be remiss. I think that's the one that's like, you got to try. And then finally, the last thing that I'm just going to recommend you guys do is just do this final one. This would pay 170k if you get it correct. I think you can only do it 1 time. I'm just going to be doing it 1 time. If I can do it more than once, I'm still just going to do it 1 time. Just because, like, if this does happen by some off chance, that would be ridiculous if we make 170k. So I think you got to just try that one. I think you got to put the token in there. But otherwise, those are the predictors that I like the most.